after Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs was a big success. I said, well, we got to go into the features. I felt if I could crack the feature business, then it would give me sort of an unlimited creative field. The second one I made following Snow White was Pinocchio. With the profits of Snow White, I built that studio. I wanted an ideal place to work. We had enough of an income that we could experiment properly. We could actually take time to improve ourselves in every way, in every department. Tried to improve the backgrounds and tried to improve the animation. I even tried to better every piece of equipment I had. I built new cameras to give me dimension in my pictures. I made a deal with some of the teachers of the Chouinard art institute to come out and work with me, to sit with me by the day, to know my problems. Don Graham sat right with me in what we call our sweatbox. Sweatbox and projection room. We call it because we didn't have any air conditioning in there. It used to get hot as a dickens. And when the guys had come in there, they had to sweat this thing out with me. And I'd just tear hell out of it. The problem was to get away from the static drawing and make that drawing a part of emotion. We would photograph people going through action. Then we would study it. I picked certain artists who were not good at what I called character animation or personality animation. They became specialists in effects. Other boys that were good on personality and character, I put them into that area. I think the vital part I played is coordinating these talents and encouraging these talents. On Saturdays, Sundays, I go around the units when there's no one else there and just float around at my leisure where I have no pressure on me and sit down with story sketches and things. The boys pull all kinds of tricks to find out whether I've been in there, you know. They arrange papers in a certain way on the chairs and things, but they don't know I put the papers right back the way they were. There's a continual battle between my brother and myself. My brother worried about getting the money back. I was worrying about quality. My brother called me down and said, "Kid, I've got to talk to you." And he says, "This is serious." We owed the bank $4.5 million. And I began to laugh. And he said, "What are you laughing at?" And I said, "I was just thinking back when we couldn't borrow $1,000. Yeah, and he began to laugh. And we ended up both of them feeling sorry for the bank. Pinocchio was released at a time when the world was kind of collapsing. As soon as the invasion of Europe came, where your markets collapsed, our English pounds were frozen. The day war was declared. I got a call from the studio manager. 500 troops moved in the studio. The Navy Department said, "Mr. Disney, we want you to make films on aircraft identification. We want the first films in 90 days. They said, "What will they cost?" And I said, "Well," he said, "I'll tell you, we have a budget of $80,000. Can you do it?" We mortgaged our homes, sold our cars, and went without things. I think I've been the most broke guy in Hollywood. Time had to play its part. Pinocchio has become a perennial. Pinocchio has been reissued and gone out, and it's an entirely different kind of story.
I think by this time, my young group of executives and everything else are convinced that Walt is right, that quality will out. And I think they're going to stay with that policy because it's proven that it's a good business policy. I think they're convinced, and I think that'll hang on after, as you say, after Disney.